profit for the year. Profit for the year. I hope you can be able to see that far ahead. We always start with the profit for the year. And then to this profit, we usually add the interest on drawings. We usually add the interest on drawings. The interest on what? The interest on drawings. After adding the interest on drawings, which is charged to the partners, we then proceed and we raise the appropriations. When we talk about the appropriations, this is what the partners are entitled to from the partnership business, e.g. the salary and commissions, e.g. the things like what? The interest on capital and the share of profit. The share of what? The share of profit. So let's prepare this. So we're going to start by recording the profit for the year, which we are given in the trial balance, the first item. The first item in the trial balance is the net profit for the year, which is basically 42,800. Then we need to check what the partners charged any interest. When we talk about the interest on drawings, this whereby drawings is basically money or goods you take from the partnership business. The partners may have agreed that if you have taken some cash, you have taken some goods from the partnership business for your personal use, you'll be charged an interest because it is like you are borrowing from the partnership. So once you are charged an interest, that one should be added to the amount to be shared. Yes. So we must be given that in the first paragraph of the question. We are told John, Kelvin, Renette have been in partnership business for several years, sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 5:3:2. After allowing interest on fixed capital at the rate of 10%, no salaries or commissions which were paid to the partners. And then if you go to the additional information number 1 all the way to note number 5, there is nowhere we are told the partners were charged interest on drawings. Because if you go to the trial balance, down there, above the loan from Kelvin, we have drawings. So, but there is nowhere we are told the partners were charged interest on what? Drawings. But if there was any, we should add it here so that we get the amount to be shared among partners. So this is what the partners will share. So how do the partners share out this? So this one will, or basically what we do, we list now the appropriations. Appropriations basically refers to any amount of money which the partners are entitled to from the partnership business, like maybe the salaries, all what, all commissions. And there is something which you're told in paragraph 1 that the partners were not entitled to salary, they were not entitled to commission. So what they were entitled to, as per the first paragraph, is the interest on capital. Interest on what? On capital. So what we need to do here is to compute the interest on capital which each partner was entitled to. As per the first paragraph, we are told the partners were entitled to interest on capital at the rate of 10%, and this one should be computed based on the fixed capital balance. This one should be computed based on the capital contributed by each partner. So if you go back to the trial balance, we're given the capital account balance of each partner. The capital account balance of John, Kelvin, and Renette. So what we need to do is to compute the interest on capital which the 3 partners were entitled to. That is John, Kelvin, and who? And Renette. So, and we are told that this one would be 10%. This one would be 10% of their capital account balance. So their capital account balances, this is something we are given in the trial balance. I hope you can see those capital account balances. So the capital account balance for the first partner, who is John, is 43,700, which 10% will give us 43,70. Then Kelvin is 28,500. 10% of that will be 28,50. Then Renette is 18,800. 18,800. 10% of that will be 18 what? 18,80. 18 what? 18,80. So remember, this is what the partners will be entitled to, will be paid, and this one has to be paid. This one has to be paid from this. This one has to be paid from what we have up there. 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 from what we have up there, from what we have up there. You're saying my video is not clear. I can see from my side is clear. I can see from my side is clear. Is the video not clear? Maybe someone to confirm. Is the video not clear? I can see from my side it's clear. Yes, from my side is very much clear. From my side is very, very much clear. Very, very much clear. Very, very much clear. Very, very much clear. Sasa, Anna, is the video now clear? Ama bado? Maybe the internet on your side, Anna, maybe the internet on your side. I'm already in class and I can see my video is very much clear. Very, very much clear. So maybe you can exit, then rejoin very fast. Exit, then rejoin very fast so that we continue. Yes. So basically, that is it. Yes. So in our case, we have already computed the interest on capital. This is what the partners, one of the appropriation or one of the items the partners will be entitled to from the partnership business, So then from there, the other appropriations the partners may be entitled to, is the share of profit or the share of loss. So how do we determine the amount to be shared as profit or the amount to be shared as loss? So basically what we do is that we take this amount to be shared minus what we have there. Remember, you don't have salary or commission. We will rest those interest on capital. If we get a positive figure, that is a profit to be shared. If we get a negative figure, is a loss, is a profit to be shared. If it's a profit, if it is a positive, is a profit to be shared. If it is a negative, is a loss to be shared. Automatically, this one will be a positive. Because if you take 42 minus this, we're going to have a positive figure. So being a positive figure, that is a loss to be, that is a profit to be shared. So here we will have share of what? Share of profit. So can we determine the amount to be shared as profit? So we take that minus this interest on capital. So you have 42,800 minus 43,70 minus 28,50 minus 18,80. So the amount to be shared as profit, I'm getting 33,700. Now that a profit would be shared among our three partners, John, Kelvin, and who? And Renette. So they will share a profit of 33,700, 33,700. And how will this profit be shared? This profit will be shared using the profit and loss sharing ratio, which we have in the first paragraph. The profit and loss sharing ratio in the first paragraph of our question is 5:3 is to 2. 5:3 is to 2. That is for John, Kelvin, and what? And Renette. That's basically how they will be sharing the profit or the losses, the profit or the losses. Yes, the profit or